The year was 1978. The place, Roxy Skates Rolling Rink in West Dundee, Illinois. I was 13 when I found my church. This church didn't have pews and stained glass windows. No, my church had a sticky floor and a disco ball. Any given Friday night, you could find me waiting in line with excitement and butterflies to see my best friend Stephanie, or Steffi as I called her. Oh, Hank was there somewhere. Hank was my boyfriend, or as much of a boyfriend as you can have when you're an insecure and fear-filled, closeted 13-year-old. 13 was a particularly dark time of my life. My family was imploding. My parents were constantly fighting. I was always worried about my mom, my rock, my safe place. She was my everything. It was a time when puberty collided with emotional chaos. It was also a time that I discovered the miracle of alcohol, and that you could disappear without actually leaving. I could also disappear to Steffi's house, which was a stark contrast from my own. 2 solid parents, no fighting. They actually ate dinner around a table and talked to each other. They also had a goldfish pond sunken in their family room.
Wow.
Is that not cool? Oh, well, it was the 70s after all. Steffi's dad was the president of a local college, and my dad just got fired from the police department and became a long-distance truck driver, which actually was okay, and it worked out because it meant he was gone for days at a time. Oh, but Friday night at Roxy Skates was sacred. I walked through those doors and the Bee Gees were playing over the loudspeaker. The air smelled of popcorn and burnt rubber and freedom. Oh, this was my place. So I found Steffi and we started skating. And then the DJ would yell out, "Couple skate!" Which is terrifying when you're a closeted 13-year-old gay kid. I was like, which couple am I going to pretend to be tonight? Well, I always went the safe route, Hank. 13 is when things really got loud. My body was changing, my heart was uneasy, and my brain was on fire. My body's like, so, you like girls, hey? Oh, and my brain is like, don't you think about it. We're just trying to survive being 13. So I did what most queer kids did back there, and I hid, and I tried to be straight. I dated Hank because, well, he liked to play the same sports that I did, and he didn't care that I was a tomboy or that I could beat him at most things. I stole cigarettes from my mom, and I drank whatever alcohol I could find. I didn't just like alcohol, I needed it. I love that it quieted my brain chatter and my fears. Oh, but the roller rink? The roller rink doesn't care who you have a crush on. It only cares if you can skate backwards. And I could. I had brown suede skates with orange wheels, striped tube socks pulled up way too high, and I skated to Donna Summer like I was auditioning for my future. Yeah, I didn't just skate, I performed. I would dip and groove, and I'd roll past the girls that I had crushes on like, how you do it? The DJ would look over at me and smile and nod like, you go, kid, you belong here. And you know, for those few hours, I felt like I did. But then, the lights came on, and I took off my skates, and I put my suit of armor back on. You know, that armor that accumulates when the world around you tells you who you should be, and doesn't accept who you actually are. That's armor made of shame and anger and people-pleasing and perfection and being funny and, oh, I'm fine. I wore straightness like a costume. I wore humor so no one would say, how are you really doing? And I wore alcohol just to ease that ache in my heart. I wore a full suit of armor for decades. But here's the thing about armor, it keeps you lonely. and it keeps you numb. And it keeps me quietly depressed in rooms full of people. Well, somewhere in all of that hiding at 13, I also discovered the game of basketball. Now, basketball for me was like the heavens opening up. It was a place that I could move fast enough to actually outrun my feelings. A musty gym, the echoes of bouncing basketballs and squeaking sneakers, and dripping sweat. That was my other church. And basketball served me well. It led me to a Division I scholarship and a college degree and lots of travel and cherished friendships and memories that I will cherish for a lifetime. It also led me to an incredible group of women who saved my life and helped me get sober at 20 years old. But here's the hard truth that I hate to admit to myself. Basketball is hard on a 60-year-old body. I mean, my feet know it, my back knows it. Hell, my knees send me threatening emails. But I still love the game. But the price of playing, well, it's just getting too high for my body. But I can still be found in an empty gym just shooting baskets and reliving last-second shots. Because that is my church. But skating? Skating doesn't demand that I run and I jump, and it doesn't pound my joints. No, it lets me flow. It says, move softer. And that's what I do. Recently, my wife and I moved to Portland, and a good friend of me for a while has been telling me something about this thing called gay skate at Oaks Park roller rink. I mean, I haven't been in a roller rink in 70, well, or not 70, oh my God, I'm really old, for over 45 years, but gay skate, I mean, that's a thing. So I talked to my wife about it, and, I thought about it, and then I was like, it's gay skate! So of course I'm going. I walked through those doors at Oaks Park roller rink. My body reacted before my brain did. The smell hit me. Popcorn, rubber, childhood, and freedom. So, Dancing Queens was playing over the loudspeakers. I knew I was in the right place. So I went and I got my skates and I sat down. And then my knees started having second thoughts. They were like, excuse me, I don't think we signed up for this. And my back was like, do you remember that fusion we had with the screws and the rods holding us together? Oh, and then the bunion on my foot was like, bitch, are you serious? We're going to do this? Duly noting their concerns, I put on my skates anyway. And then I stood up and I wobbled like I have never wobbled. I look like a baby giraffe learning about gravity for the first time. But then I rolled out onto that shiny floor, holding on to the railing, and then another lap, letting go a little bit, and then another, until I let go completely. And then something happened. My body remembered. It didn't remember the tricks and the fancy skating of the 13-year-old nimble body. No, it remembered the truth of who I was, and the truth of who I am today. And today, I skate to be free. I don't skate to hide anymore. I am an out and proud 60-year-old queer person. I am nearly 40 years sober, and I am very much a broken body. But I skate with complete joy. So on one of those laps, I had for many laps, I was watching the DJ, who was this beautiful drag queen, playing the best music from the 70s to today. It was just amazing. And I watched her sing and dance with complete freedom and joy. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. And then on one of those laps, I caught her eye. And she smiled and nodded at me as if to say, you go. Just be yourself. Because I wasn't still feeling really comfortable. But here's one of the things that I learned, is that when I can be completely honest with myself, I can feel that kind of freedom. And that's being honest with my brain, my heart, and my body. And also what I have learned and realized and what I believe is that we don't actually lose ourselves along the way. We leave ourselves somewhere safe. And then one day, if we're lucky enough and find the strength and courage, we go back. And I've been really lucky throughout my life to have a few safe places to heal. And the place that heals that wounded and scared 13-year-old is the roller rink. I try to skate a few times a week now, and I wobble a lot, and I make a lot of mistakes, but I keep going. Now the 13-year-old me, never made a mistake, never fell, because she was too busy trying to be perfect. The 60-year-old me, who cares? I'm just trying not to fall at this point. So every time I put on my skates, it's a quiet promise to that little kid who had to survive in secret that you don't have to hide anymore. You get to take up space exactly as you are. And you, my little friend, you get to keep rolling on.